Welcome to my boring opinion.
Okay, I'm back again. In this video, I'm going to give my thoughts on the Mandela Effect. So, let's get right into the video. I did a lot of research on the Mandela Effect, and I've also done some research on human memory and how reliable it is. Now, I've seen a video, a few years ago, before I started this channel, that these people did like a social experiment about on human memory, and the people who did the social experiment and the people involved with the social experiment was I guess about my age, give or take, in the mid-20s or so, somewhere in that area, mid-late 20s. So, and it seems to me that that's the most logical explanation, that human memory is not really that reliable to begin with. I mean, in the social experiment, they was these two people would approach some random people, and one of the two people would take off, and the people that would ask to describe them. Matter of fact, the girl that would take off and hide somewhere, and they was asked to describe the girl, everything about her, everything she was wearing and everything. And most of the people got some of the details wrong. Now, the interesting thing about that is, these people were made they were just doing a social experiment on human memory. They didn't say one thing about the Mandela effect, so in case there's any conspiracy theories about that. So these random people involved in this experiment and basically showed that people don't really have very good memory. Now, human memory, sometimes, doesn't make much sense. I mean, it doesn't. Sometimes you can remember stuff that happened years ago, but you don't remember exactly what you did or what outfit you had on 2 weeks ago. I mean, human memory sometimes doesn't make sense, and it's strange. So I could tell you exactly what I was doing, doing 9/11. I can't tell you what I was doing at this time 3 months ago, or even 3 weeks ago. So human memory sometimes is weird. It's strange. So when people talk about the Mandela effect, they get video clips or logos or pictures or whatever, and then they describe what it used to look like, or supposedly used to look like, and it's supposed to be some kind of proof of time travel or something. So here's the thing. The most logical explanation is that human memory, because if time travel did exist, and if it was possible time travel, then only the time traveler would notice the differences. I mean, I think that's what's realistic about one of the Back to the Future movies. Only Marty and I guess that scientist or whatever knew the differences. Only the time traveler would know what's changed, what's different. Now, some companies do update their logos every so often, but if there's no evidence that what you think about even ever existed at all, then you're gonna have to consider that maybe, just maybe, you was mistaken. You're just gonna have to accept that you was wrong, that maybe you was mistaken, and maybe your memory is not as good as you thought it was when it comes to certain things. I mean, sometimes we remember intense moments in serious situations, but then we don't really remember much minor details of certain stuff. logos, and the Chick-fil-A logo, or the Kit Kat bar thing, or whatever. We don't pay much attention to that. And people think, oh, I could swear that it looked different somehow. Then they can't find any evidence that that what they're thinking about ever existed at all. The other thing that they do is they give they show like a video clip or an image or a logo or something, and then they describe what it used to look like. No hard evidence, no before and after. It's just, this is what it looks like now, and this is what it used to look like. No proof. And they presented that as, they're presenting that as proof. And I think that you're not, they think that you're ignoring it or something if you're not, if you don't take it seriously. I mean, you gotta look at all the facts. See, it's supposed to be some kind of proof of time travel. Yeah, somebody must have went back in time and changed something. And that's why these logos are such a... And how come only certain people throughout the world have the Mandela Effect? I mean, if things really did change somehow, only the time traveler would notice, assuming the time traveler even exists at all. Which, so far, not really much proof of that to begin with. I mean, every single video I've seen has been, I guess it's been like debunked or something. Like, conveniently, the time travel is not supposed to give thousands or hundreds of years in the future. Well, most of them are. And they give, like, predictions from that take decades and decades to verify. I mean, nothing in the more recent future. And then there's one, John Titor, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, Titor, claimed to be from the year 2036. So just about that picture that I see of the guy, if that's him, or the guy supposedly him, I don't know, what was he, it was like mid-30s, like in his own time zone, 2036. So, that means that the younger version of John Titor should probably already exist. Maybe as a teenager or something. So, where is he? I mean, and how old was he when he went back in time? I mean, maybe, I think that if this John Titor really is from the future, and even if certain things did change or whatever, there should be a younger version of himself already around today. Probably as a teenager or something. So, which I honestly, I didn't pay much attention. I only know about him through research. I would have been like 11, 12 years old doing his original thing. Yeah, I would have. So, I didn't pay much attention back then. Looked at mostly Cartoon Network stuff back then, back to the 90s. Point is that the Mandela Effect is supposed to be some kind of proof of time travel, and really, it can also be proof of poor human memory. Like sometimes human memory, even without like Alzheimer's or dementia or something, isn't that good when it comes to like minor details. Maybe some major details from like major events years ago, but nothing like no minor detail. This is what it's talking about, like minor details, logos, small things in video clips that you ordinarily wouldn't stand out. That's why I think it has more to do with human memory. And that's it for this video. Bye.
This has been my boring opinion.
Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to follow me, subscribe, and check out my Twitter, and follow me on Patreon.